If you've spent time climbing local mountains around 3,000 meters, you might wonder what it takes to move on to the big mountains. The 5,000 to 6,000 meter peaks found in places like the Andes, Himalayas, or Caucasus. At first glance, it might seem like it's just a matter of climbing higher, but in reality, the jump is much bigger than simply adding another 2,000 or 3,000 meters of elevation. The biggest difference is altitude. At around 3,000 meters, most healthy people will notice the thinner air. You might breathe a little harder, get tired more quickly, or develop a mild headache. But for most climbers, these effects are manageable. Once you reach 5,000 or 6,000 meters, the situation changes dramatically. The amount of oxygen available is much lower, making every step more demanding. Even simple tasks like putting on boots, packing a backpack, or melting snow for water can leave you short of breath. Without proper acclimatization, the risk of altitude sickness becomes a serious concern. That's why acclimatization is one of the most important skills you'll need. Instead of climbing straight to the summit, mountaineers spend several days, or even weeks, gradually gaining altitude. A common strategy is climb high, sleep low, allowing the body to produce more red blood cells and adapt to lower oxygen levels. Rushing this process can turn a successful expedition into a dangerous situation. Physical fitness also becomes much more important. Climbing a 3,000-meter mountain might involve a long-day hike or a straightforward scramble. On a 6,000-meter expedition, however, summit days can last anywhere from 10 to 16 hours, often while carrying a heavy pack in freezing temperatures. Endurance becomes more valuable than speed. Strong legs, good cardiovascular fitness, and the ability to keep moving for long periods are essential. Technical skills may also become necessary. Many 5,000 to 6,000 meter mountains involve glaciers, snowfields, or steep ice. That means you may need to know how to use crampons and an ice axe, travel safely on glaciers, recognize crevasses, and even perform basic rope rescue techniques. While not every mountain requires advanced climbing skills, having this knowledge greatly improves both safety and confidence. The weather is another major factor. High mountains create their own weather systems. Conditions can change within minutes, with strong winds, snowstorms, and temperatures dropping well below freezing, even during the climbing season. Successful mountaineers learn to read weather forecasts, dress in layers, and know when it's smarter to turn back than to continue toward the summit. Equipment also becomes more specialized. While local mountain hikes may only require sturdy hiking boots and warm clothing, higher altitude expeditions often demand insulated mountaineering boots, crampons, an ice axe, helmets, glacier gear, high-quality sleeping bags, and clothing designed for extreme cold. Choosing reliable equipment isn't about comfort. It's often about safety and survival. Planning becomes much more complex as well. Instead of a one-day hike, many high-altitude climbs involve multi-day expeditions. You'll need to think about food, water, campsites, transportation, permits, emergency plans, and communication. On many mountains, you'll also need to work closely with teammates, since everyone depends on each other for safety and decision-making. Perhaps the most overlooked requirement is mindset. At higher altitudes, things rarely go exactly as planned. Bad weather may delay your summit attempt for several days. You may have to turn around just a few hundred meters below the top because conditions become unsafe. Experienced mountaineers understand that reaching the summit is optional, but returning home safely is mandatory. So, how do you prepare for this transition? The best approach is gradual progression. Start by climbing many different 3,000-meter peaks in different conditions. Learn winter mountaineering skills. Take courses in glacier travel and self-arrest techniques. Build your endurance through hiking, running, cycling, or other aerobic training. Gain experience carrying heavier packs and spending multiple days in the mountains. Then move to easier 4,000-meter peaks before attempting your first 5,000 or 6,000-meter mountain. In the end, climbing higher isn't just about being stronger. It's about becoming a more complete mountaineer. Physical fitness, technical skills, planning, acclimatization, good judgment, and respect for the mountains all work together. If you build those skills step by step, the journey from local mountains to the great peaks of the world becomes not only possible, but incredibly rewarding. Thank you for watching, and remember, the summit is only halfway. The real success is coming home safely.